they showed up and they showed out for us. That's another reason I can't let it go. I want to talk about something, but we're about 2 weeks into a government shutdown. This is our second time going through this government shutdown where our funds have been shut off for who knows how long. The first time it was 35 days. Thank God, that we had provision. We had people that reached out, family members, friends that reached out to us and, gave willingly, and we didn't need it. And I was like, no, we don't need it. And they were like, don't be blocking your blessing. Don't block my blessing. And it was like, okay, thank you. But we were fine. And I'm saying we'll be fine this time as well. But, in an abundance of caution, because we don't know how long this shutdown will be. And I'm like, okay, let me be proactive and let's just, shut down any non-essentials that we don't need. Like any bills that are like on auto pay that we just been paying and it's not necessary, let's shut it down now, just so that we are prepared in case worst case scenario and we go to become a one income family, right? So on my list of bills that we've been paying is Squarespace, because we have a website, right? We started a clothing brand. I want to say it was 2021, but I was like, okay, we've been paying Squarespace $38 a month. We've done nothing with this business. It's just been sitting dormant, and we've just been paying out of pocket every month for just small little ancillary things for the business. Things every year we pay, like our P.O. box, we pay every year. It's like $170 a year that we pay for our P.O. box. Like just little things like that. Like it adds up. It's, I would say, in a range of about, it's less than $1,000, but when you look at the $38 a month that we paying for that, it's a couple other things, our Google Workspace, like it adds up. So needless to say, today I said, you know what, I'm going to shut that website down. We're not using it. It doesn't make sense for us to keep paying for this. And we're not doing anything with it. So I said, you know what? It's been well over a year since the last time I even checked the website to see if it's even working, right? I said all that to say, when you're creating something and, you're doing something, in full transparency, when we created the Grace Abounds, we created this brand called Grace Abounds Apparel. And Jose had been constantly saying that he wanted to start a t-shirt brand. Like he wanted to do t-shirts. And so, with my marketing background, I was like, okay, I'm in enough spaces that I understand how to do this. And I've built enough websites and stuff. We could do this easily. Let's just do it. So I'm thinking in my head, once I build everything, and I built it in a way that it would be as hands off for him as possible. And it would be something that he could just work on when he wanted to. And I would take a back seat. I built all the systems and everything so that it could run without either of us having to touch it. And so that was the plan. And I was going to go on to my own project, which I have not. I've been slowly building the Janae Nicole brand and my own personal brand over the years, here and there. My little funky website is still up. I said all that to say, I sat down here to shut down the website. And as something just said, well, just go to the website just to see if it's even active. Like you haven't even checked it. So I just went to the website. I'm going to flip the camera so that you can see the website, or I may just do a screen grab. But as I'm going through the pages of the website and seeing how much work, and it kind of brought everything back, like all of the stuff that you did to make this website, it wasn't as simple as people's like, oh, just throw up a website. It wasn't that easy, especially when you're dealing with a product. Like a blog website, yeah, that's cool. But And that was what my foray before this was. I'm sorry I'm moving around, but I'm holding my phone because I'm too lazy and I'm trying to hurry up before the sun goes down. I just was thinking in my head, like a product website is way different than anything that I had did before, because I never sold anything. I never, before it was just information. I've always been like, I'm still a strong advocate of content marketing and just having a personal brand and building that out. And eventually your people, the more that you're pushing yourself out there, the more that you're being authentically you, and the more that you're sharing, I never wanted to add like any affiliate links or anything like that to my YouTube and to my no ads or anything or on my website in the beginning, because it was like, I'm just building my community little by little. Slowly I'm building this community. And anyway, so that's why building this site, it was like, and I had gave myself a timeline, because if you know me, I will procrastinate down. I will procrastinate myself right out of, an idea, which I've said numerous times here. And I was like, no, we have the time. Let's get this thing done. And I was like banging out. I had a list and I was marking my list off every day of things that need to be done by the deadline, right? And I was super focused, and Jose was like, it's not that serious. And I was like, yes, it is. Like, we've given a date now. We have to show up. Like, we had a strong deadline that I set so that I could be accountable to the process, right? So I'm going to show you this site. But as I was sitting here just kind of going through the pages, I didn't even realize, like, as I was going through the pages, I remember building these pages, building the back ends, and looking for the graphics to go on them, and I had even forgot on one of the pages, I added a video. I didn't even realize. I remember creating all of the social media channels for the business: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. We didn't do a LinkedIn, but I know we did. Pinterest. So I do remember creating them, but I hadn't even remembered I did a YouTube channel for this business. And so it was important to me that I wanted us to have a video on the website that just like introduced us and, humanized the brand, like, thinking, just coming from me and Jose, and we never got to sit down and create the video together. But as a placeholder, I had put a video there, right? And I completely forgot about it. So I'm going through the pages and the video loads, and it's just a looping video of just like some waves crashing. And I have a song playing in the background. And I was like, I didn't even remember doing this. Like, it didn't hit me until I saw it that, I scrolled to the bottom and I'm like, all the way down to the privacy policy, all the way to the return policy, everything. This website from top to bottom, I created it, right? I did it on Squarespace, which at the time it was easy. It was way easier than WordPress, but it wasn't like what I imagine it is now. I don't want to say I'm in awe, but building the current business that I'm working on building, it's been some hard days. It's been some days that I haven't wanted to do it. It's been some days that I didn't do it. I didn't do anything working on the business. But now I'm looking at this website and I'm just like so proud of the work that I put into it. And I just cannot bring myself to shut it down. I just can't. It's just like, I remember the work and the stuff on the back end with having to figure out the taxes and putting the taxes in for each state, and just for our payment processing system. Like, that piece, about took me out. Setting up, it's a print on demand site, so when you could go on there and order a shirt or whatever, and it's hands off from us at that point. Like, it's hands off now. Like, the site exists and it functions like it's supposed to function, which just blows me. It blows me that I did this. Like, I created this whole site. I am like legit, like, I gotta do something with this website. I cannot throw all of this work away. Like, I can't. I mean, it's coming back to me, all of the late nights trying to, because we even also to try out different designs. We bought our own heat press. At first, initially, I was like, oh, we could press our own shirts. But then when I saw, like, there's a better way to do this. It doesn't make sense for us to be printing our own shirts when we could just do print on demand. And it's like, you order the shirt, they print it, they ship it. I'll take a less amount to not have to deal with the fulfillment. But we still have a heat press in my office today that is catching dust on it weekly because we haven't touched it since. I'm about to lose light, but I am just gagged at how much that I actually did on this website. And now I'm just like, I can't, even though I'm working on my grand master plan of creating a content studio, and I'm like, I'm gung-ho about it. I am like, I gotta figure a way to make this work because I can't let it go. I can't let it go. It was so much, when I say it was so much work, and I'm the kind of person, like, I hyper focus on things and I'm gonna work on it until I finish it, right? So it was many late nights of working on this website. And even my family, they were so amazing. Like, they helped me when we did our soft launch. They all bought, some of them bought multiple. I only wanted them to just buy one thing just so I could make sure. I didn't want all of them to buy something. I just wanted a couple of them to go onto the website, give me feedback, let me know if anything was broken, let me know how the user experience was, how was the shipping, did it get there fast, let me see the product, how did the product look. And when I say my family is amazing, like, today when I go home to Ohio, they be rocking their God period shirts. Like, they still be asking me, like, oh, can I get this in a different color? I'm just like, what? So, and that's another reason why I feel like I can't let it go. Like, there was so many people in my family, like, that just supported us and just purchased just off the strength of trying to support us. Even though that wasn't my goal. My goal wasn't for them to buy. It was like, okay, I just want y'all to help me test out the back end to make sure everything is working like it's supposed to. When you order it, your credit card went through, you didn't have no issues, all of that. That's all I wanted them to do. And when I say they came, they showed up and they showed out for us, that's another reason I can't let it go. Here, let me see if I can flip the screen. Hold on. This is the website. Let me go home. Like, look at the details that I put into this. All the way, come on, focus. All the way to, look at that. I made the little icon for our website. Do you see that that is our logo right there. That's in the header of the web, when you do your www, that's the header. Okay, focus. So now, one thing about this website, so this is home. This is what it looks like. But now this, I don't even know if this newsletter situation, I believe it works because we tested everything, so it must work. But look at this. I'm sorry, I'm holding the phone crazy, but look at this. They're just very simple shirts, we're no designers, but our heart was in the right place. So this is where I was talking about the video. I forgot that I even put this here, but this was supposed to be just a placeholder for us. And then our story is on here, like who we are. And then we wanted to have a prayer warrior page for people if they wanted to request for prayer. Like they could become a prayer warrior with us and join our Facebook page. There is actually a Facebook page. And then if you wanted to request having somebody to pray for you, you could request a prayer request here on the website. I'm not gonna belabor the point, but like look at this. All of these links were out. Now let's see if look at this. This was Jose's job. He was supposed to, like, I created all of the images, and then he was responsible for posting them because he was better with Instagram than me. So he did it here and there. I didn't even know we had over 100 followers on this page. I am just so gagged by this. Twitter. I don't even use Twitter. We have the page, but I don't use it. Look, we got 23 followers on here, and we never posted anything. Yeah, that is all. I just wanted to share that. Like, I don't know how this is going to manifest in this year, what I'm going to do to help this come back to life, but I cannot let it live like this. I can't let it die like this. I'm sorry. I can't let it die. I know I'm so focused on creating my content studio right now. I don't really have the time for this, but I have to do something so that this work doesn't go in vain, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get out of here, and I just wanted to share that. Do with it what you will. All right, bye.